Hey, my friends, and welcome back to Plant Power Unleashed. Today, we are talking about acid in the body, rage in the mind, food, mood, and mental health. Today's conversation is raw, it's real, and it's one we need to have. Because what we put in our bodies isn't just shaping our waistlines or lab results. It's shaping our minds, our mood, and our mental health. Generations of eating the same acidic food, drinking the same sodas, stressing the same way, and ignoring the same pain until it became unbearable. You have heard people say, "You are what you eat." Well, let me tell you, when we eat acidic, dead, toxic foods, we don't just get sick bodies, we get sick minds. So today, I want to show you how acid in the body becomes rage, depression, anxiety, and brain fog in the mind, and how we can flip it by choosing foods that bring peace, balance, and clarity. Here's what I've seen again and again, speaking from my journey. Acidity doesn't just make you sick, it makes you short tempered at times, impatient, foggy, and emotionally tired. When the body is inflamed, so is the mind. You snap faster, you overthink more, you can't sit still at times, can't rest or focus. It's why so many people say they're battling mental health, but nobody ever asks what's on their plate. Every fried meal, energy drink, late night processed snacks is acid fuel for emotional chaos. Now, eating alkaline feeds your brain oxygen and minerals. You would notice that the fog lifts, your anger softens, and your peace returns. I've had this conversation, I would say, with a lot of friends who feel like they couldn't stop snapping and they feel like they didn't have any control or on the edge all the time. But when we always look at diet, it's always coffee or a lot of sugars in the morning, fast food at lunch, and sweets once you get off from work. One thing I noticed that the body was acidic, nervous systems on fire. But I also truly feel that when we shift to hydrating teas, more plant-based meals, and mineral-rich foods like sea moss, more leafy greens, you would definitely notice a difference. Here's what happens when your body is acidic. Acid-forming foods triggers inflammation that disrupts neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. That's depression, anxiety, mood swings. When your sugar spikes and crashes, your mood spikes and crashes with it. It's a blood sugar imbalance. Acidic foods strip magnesium, zinc, and iron. Without them, your brain can't relax, focus, or stabilize. Remember, 90% of your serotonin is made up in your gut. If your gut is acidic and toxic, your brain literally cannot feel good. This is why people say, I'm always tired, or angry, or sad, or foggy. It's not random, it's chemical. And food is chemistry, and chemistry can be changed. I had a brother come up to me after being told that he had anger issues. He was saying that he didn't want to be this way anymore, that he felt like he was always on the edge, and that he wasn't in control. But again, when we broke down his diet, it was a lot of artificial dyes, fried food, soda, red meat, but little to no water. His body was literally inflamed. We work on replacing one meal a day with alkaline foods and adding hydration and giving him herbal teas to calm his nervous system. Within a month, his wife called me and said, I feel like I got my husband back. He wasn't broken, he was too acidic. Inflammation is your body's natural defense system. When you cut yourself, your body sends heat, swelling, and white blood cells to heal you. But when you constantly eat acidic foods, stay dehydrated, stress nonstop, and expose yourself to toxins, your body stays in healing mode all the time. That's called chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation show up as joint pain, skin breakouts, fatigue, digestive issues, high blood pressure, and autoimmune disorders. So I want to ask, have you ever noticed that after eating heavy, greasy, or sugary meals, you feel more irritable, anxious, or even depressed? The second question I want to ask is, what foods make you feel calm, clear, and energized? And which one makes you feel sluggish, foggy, or moody? Everything is vibration. Your thoughts, food, emotions all carry frequency. Acidic foods have low vibration and they pull your energy downward towards survival, anger, and fear. Alkaline foods have a high vibration. They lift you towards peace, creativity, love, and divine clarity. When you eat dead food, You lower your vibration. You disconnect from your intuition. You lose that sense of spiritual awareness and calm. Now, living foods reconnects to life. You feel grounded and light. You start hearing yourself again and remembering who you are. Food is medicine. Now let's be clear. I'm not saying food is the only factor in mental health, but it is one of the most powerful and one of the most overlooked. We don't talk about it a lot. We're told depression is just chemical. Anxiety is how your brain works. And anger issues is just personality. But what if some of those chemical imbalances were triggered by what you're eating daily? Too much caffeine can mimic anxiety. Processed sugar crashes can mimic depression. Dehydration can mimic brain fog. Imagine how many people are on medications when what their body really is asking for is balance, hydration, and minerals. I want to go deeper into this. What foods did you grow up eating that shape not just your body, but your moods? I know for me, it was Kool-Aid, processed mac and cheese, fried foods, cereal, noodles, the snacks, but sometimes it's every meal for people. I want us to understand, and this is something that I always say, the dyes that we consume and that we love are banned in other countries. They are substituted. So red 40 is linked to hyperactivity, learning disorders, and one of the most toxic linked to cancer. It comes from coal tar. Red 3 is linked to thyroid cancer and dysfunction. High doses has caused cancer in rats. Yellow 5 is hyperactivity, lower sperm count, and cancer. Yellow 6 linked to hives, rashes, asthma, and cancer in animals. Green 3 has been linked to irritation of the digestive tract, tumor, and bladder in animals. Blue 1 and 2 is hyperactivity, tumors, and chromosome damage. That's one of the reason all these symptoms are showing up in our bodies. It takes weeks to months for it to show up in your body, but it's going to be noticeable if it's skin, just how you feeling, you will notice. And last, how would your family dynamic change if everyone was calmer, clearer, and more grounded just by changing what's on the plate? This isn't just about us. This is about creating homes that feel peaceful because food is medicine. and peace. Here's your mood reset plan for this week. Start your day with water and key lime before coffee and food, or cold pressed juice, smoothie. Replace one acidic meal with a mineral rich plant based one. Add sea moss gel, magnesium rich greens, and your herbal teas always. Do this for 7 days and watch your mood shift. Your mental peace is not separate from your physical health. It's the same story told in different languages. The body speaks through symptoms. The mind speaks through thoughts. But the message is the same. Come back to balance. Thank you for tuning in today, my friends. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear that their mood is not broken. It's just asking for better fuel. And as always, stay rooted, stay rising, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Welcome back